Alright, so throughout the last couple of years, we've managed to take down some giant Mule, and we've gotten fortunate enough to be able to get some of them on video. Well, two of them in particular are pretty special to me, and that's exactly what we're going to be taking a look at today. Both of the probably most incredible bedded Mule hunts that we've ever had.
Oh my god, I'm so happy I could cry right now. We literally hunted for that mule deer for hours, and we couldn't figure out where he went. Finally, I lost his track, and I said, you know what? Pretty soon it's going to be daylight. And well, it's daylight now, and I couldn't figure out where he went. We went down to the same valley, but on the opposite side here, and I can guarantee you that's him from a mile away. Just look at how wide that buck is. Holy, look at that thing. Wow. He's out there bedded right out in the wide open just because this buck is so smart. But let's get a resting zone on him here. There we have it. We finally got it. Man, that was a lot of work. A ton of work. I just found about 2 or 3 different bucks here, but none of them were with the biggest buck, and I couldn't figure out why he wasn't there. Well, then we went all the way back over here on the opposite side, and I'll show you where we're at right now. You can see the tracks from last night where we were tracking him, right? Remember he looped around right here? And I actually tracked him all the way up to this point here. So I thought if we come back here in the morning, there's a really good chance he should be over here bedded. And sure enough, look where he's bedded. Right there. But I mean, he's out in the wide open. We have a couple of spruce trees, you know, kind of behind there, but it's going to be super tough to get close to this thing. Look at that. He's so smart that he's right out in the wide open like that. The big old bucks are like that. They stay out in the open so they can see danger coming from a long ways away. But we got to try and be smarter than him. Wow. So he's actually bedded right there. Now, if you look, there's actually a spruce tree maybe like 40 yards behind him there. And what I want to do is keep that tree between us and him so we can use it for some cover. And anytime he looks suspicious, we're going to go prone. My God. We're 30 yards away. That's his rack right there, guys. That's his rack. We just snuck up to 30 yards from this absolutely incredible buck. We don't have a shot though. We gotta just try and ease our way a tad bit closer. Pay attention to that buck though. My God. Oh my God. Come on, cover. Yes. Okay, we have full cover. We can't get any closer. This is it. This is gonna be it. But there he is. Right there. 28 yards away. Holy. He's actually quartering a pretty good bit, but I don't mind that angle. I just want to square up a little bit more. Try and get behind that sun. A little bit too much there. Okay, there he is. 25 yards away. I'm just freaking out right now. I can't believe how big this buck is. Now, we gotta hold low. Definitely gotta hold low. I think we're gonna take the shot though. Yeah. I feel really confident about the shot. Oh my God. He actually got up right when we took the shot. But we smoked him. He was quartering away so much that we got some good penetration. Wow. That buck was so smart that he actually reacted to the shot and tried to basically dodge the arrow. But luckily enough for us, we put it right on the money, and here he is. One incredible giant buck. Oh my God. Let's take a picture of him. That's gonna be it. Let's pick him up. Holy, he's a huge diamond. A 320 giant diamond muley. We took him at 28 yards and pulled off a quartering away left lung, liver, intestine shot. So we actually made a perfect quartering away shot on that buck there, but it was just a reaction after we took that shot where he got up and turned. But look at that incredible buck. Wow. Holy. He ended up weighing 443 pounds, and we tracked that thing for I don't even know how many miles. Ended up sneaking up to 25 yards away and smoked this giant diamond buck. That was one of the coolest diamonds that I've hunted for sure in 2021. Wow. To be honest, I didn't think we would get that buck. I lost his tracks for so long. I just started doing huge circles looking for tracks, just basically spot and stalk, trying to find him bedded out in one of these openings out here, and it just didn't work for so long. And then daylight came and the same thing kind of happened. And well, it definitely paid off because we spotted him right out here in the wide open, and we got ourselves a giant diamond buck.
A few weeks ago, we spotted something on multiplayer that could have been potentially the biggest diamond mule deer that I've ever seen in Call of the Wild. And not only that, it would have been our first ever diamond muley with the recurve bow. Now, unfortunately, the game crashed and we weren't able to get it because we were on multiplayer. But guess what? The other day I was out here hunting for water buffalo and I took down about 40 water buffalo. But off in the distance, I spotted a massive rack. I spotted that thing, and sure enough, it's a potential giant muley. So since we're on my map this time, we have all day to take our time, study this buck, figure out his behavior and kind of where he hangs out, where he beds, where he drinks, and where he even eats. And my goal is to try and figure out a spot to set up a tree stand in between the spot where he beds and where he drinks. And hopefully we can cross paths with this massive muley buck. Now that should be pretty awesome because we're going to be within about 60 yards out from where this giant buck is going to come out. Do you see where I marked right there? That is exactly where he beds. Honestly, we definitely should be able to because it's only right there. Not only that, we can almost take the shot from right here. If we had to, we could always use the hawk edge bow. But then again, that would kind of defeat the whole purpose of this entire video because I've never gotten a giant diamond mule deer or even a diamond mule deer ever with the recurve bow. Now before we attempt to go after that giant potential muley, we're actually going to take some practice shots here real quick because not only have I never taken down that big of a diamond mule deer with a bow, but I've never taken down a diamond mule deer with the recurve bow ever. So we're going to make sure we're definitely on before we go after this thing. We're going to go for about a 10-yard shot, 20-yard shot, and then a 30-yard shot. So here we go. Okay. The first shot didn't register even though we hit pretty much the exact same spot. There's a money shot there, 20 yards. And a pretty decent shot, a little bit high, but there we go. Another good shot. Good enough for me. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how we're going to do this now. We have our tent set up way over here on this point, and where that giant muley actually beds is right here, and he drinks right here. So what we're going to have to do is go in when he's bedded, and we're going to come in from this tent, work our way straight directly to this point. Hopefully we have a south wind blowing directly on our face, and then we're going to ease our way on in and get into this tree stand right here. Typically, that buck actually beds right here, as you saw before. So if we can get into the stand here, we should be looking pretty good. Well, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of an obstacle here because we got a water buffalo calling right on top of our tree stand. And we really got to be careful not to spook that thing because our giant muley is going to be bedded right over there. In fact, I think I might be able to see. There's the water buffalo right below our tree stand. Are you kidding me? Seriously, you're telling me you couldn't find any other place to go on this whole entire map besides right underneath our tree stand? Oh, geez. Oh my God. There he is right there. He's 150 yards away and he's coming in. Look at that buck. Wow. Holy. I knew he was going to be close, but I didn't know he was going to be that close. Wow. Look at that beautiful buck. Whew. He's a beast. He is a monster buck. All right, so actually what I want to do is I want to get down and I want to put out some calls a little bit more to the right side here. That way when he comes in, he could stop broadside, maybe like 20 yards away from us. Man, that would be so perfect if that happens. And then I could always get up into the stand as well. So we'll put out some calls right here. So I'm just gonna call a bunch of times and get up into the stand. Also, another thing I really want to do is try out this scent eliminator. I don't know if it really works that good, but either way, I definitely want to use it just to be able to increase our chances at this massive buck coming in. Which, oh my god, there he is right there. Oh, he's coming in. Oh, he's coming. He's only 80 yards out right there. Oh my god. We'll just let him keep working his way in. Oh, he bedded down. Look at that. He bedded down right there. Look how wide that thing is. That's gotta be 50 inches wide. That's gotta be 50 inches plus wide right there. Wow. And he bedded down less than 80 yards away from us. That goes to show you how smart he is. Even though we called a couple times down on the bottom, he doesn't really care too much, clearly. So we're gonna have to go down there again and try to call him one more time, which right here should be perfect. All right, let's call. Now I want to call, wait a couple seconds, call again, and then call a lot. It didn't even work. After all that, it didn't even work. The buffalo ran right past it. And yes, we definitely got the buffalo. Well, it could have worked. It definitely could have worked, but unfortunately, it didn't. Dude, how did that happen? How did that happen? He's right behind us. How? What? You gotta be kidding me. You know what happened? The puma scared him and he came right past us. But we never saw him because he was on the back side. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. He was right there, 25 yards away. So what happened is the puma probably came and that buck must have got up and ran through these trees here. I never saw him. And somehow he ended up right there. Oh my god, I should have seen that. I don't know how I didn't see it. I honestly... Oh my god. I mean, sometimes it happens. You can't always be looking at the exact moment when the animal's moving, because you just don't know. And I thought he went back that way, so I'm looking over here. Meanwhile, he's trotting in this direction and probably was sitting right there. I hear something coming, but yeah, that's exactly what happened. Look it, that's exactly what happened. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Actually hit her a little bit far back. Definitely got her though. Dude, this puma came in and pretty much messed up our entire hunt. Because had that puma not came in, eventually he would have gotten up and trotted on in. He probably would have. I'm not saying right away, but eventually he probably would have. Like if the wind eventually starts blowing off this way, and then he comes in from over here, now that there's no more threats from that puma, this buck might come back in. Nah, he's not gonna. The wind is blowing directly towards him. So even if he does come back in, ooh, we got another water buffalo right on top of us there. So there's the puma we shot out of the tree stand. All right, the lung is way up here. So we literally have to hold for that front shoulder to go for that angle of a shot. All right, guys, it's the next day now. This is gonna be our second attempt at getting this giant diamond potential muley buck. Now we actually have another perfect wind blowing directly in our face again, so I'm very fortunate for that. But also, if you look at our scent eliminator here, it shows that we still have 50% scent eliminator on. And clearly it did absolutely nothing because that buck bolted almost instantly. Why must this happen? You gotta be kidding me. We just shot one. Now we got another one? Oh my, unbelievable. I really hope that doesn't mess up our hunt. Hopefully it doesn't. But you never know. Sometimes you never know. What I'm hoping for is that maybe it called over here. And since our buck is over here, then it might not spook it. Might not. I mean, we can have high hopes, but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, I suppose. You know, if only that buck would have came in when we were calling instead of just sat there bedded, we could have had a really good chance at getting that buck if he would have just came into the call and cooperated. But I guess that's how he gets big. Not by being dumb, that's for sure. All right, let's pay attention now. Because he could be right over there. Whoa, 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 whoa. You gotta be kidding me. Seriously. Oh, we're completely prone, barely moving, nowhere near that water buffalo. And out of nowhere, he just comes and attacks us. Oh my God. We finally found him. I can't even believe it, but look right there. You can tell it's him from a mile away. Look at that, guys. We finally found him. I don't know why it's spotting a doe. Clearly that is nowhere near a doe, but wow, that's definitely him. There we go. We got a spotting on him. Okay. We have a really good setup if he actually would come into the call, but since he doesn't come into the call, we don't exactly have the greatest setup. Now, could we try and call him in? And then tuck in that brush? I suppose, maybe we probably could. And I think we should at least try. Oh my God, there he is. Oh, look at that thing. Dude, he just bedded down. He just bedded down. Wow. All right, yeah, he bedded down, but then we were standing up, so he saw us. But now we're not standing up anymore, so he should bed back down. If he beds down right there, man, we're gonna be sitting pretty good. Come on, come on. Just bed back down. Just bed down right there. Yes. He's bedded down. Less than 40 yards away from us right there, guys. This is the moment we've been waiting for this whole time. Look at the size of that buck. All right. Now, it's time to make something happen. We gotta be super, super careful. He's a little bit out of range still. So we gotta try and get maybe 20 yards closer. And then what we have to do is crouch up and hope that he actually gets up the same time that we crouch up. That we can get to full draw, line up for a shot, and let one fly. There he is right there. Oh my God, here he comes, here he comes. He's gonna come through that opening right here. Here he comes, here he comes. It's gonna be about a 25-yard shot, guys. God. Perfect shot! Yes! Yes! What a heck of a shot! He's going down. Holy. Not gonna lie, we dropped a tad bit low and hit forward on that because of the wind. But we definitely smoked him. We definitely smoked him. We got really good blood. And he's piled up right here. We finally got him down. Finally. An absolute monster of a muley buck down. Hit him right in that front shoulder. There's nothing else we could have hit. Absolutely nothing else we could have hit. He's a diamond! Oh my god, look at the score on that thing! 341! That's my biggest T-Rex diamond muley ever. And we got him with the recurve bow. Oh, what an epic shot! Going right for the heart. Oh man. Oh, that's a giant. Dude, that's a max weight. He weighed almost 460 pounds. A right lung shot at 23 yards out, 341.20. Giant diamond T-Rex muley down. Unbelievable. Wow. Now it makes sense why that thing was so smart. It really makes sense. He had a spread of 58 inches. 58 inches. Look at the size of that. That's my biggest T-Rex muley of all time. And I can't believe we got him with the recurve. Before this one, my biggest T-Rex muley buck was a 331. And that was actually the non-typical messed up looking rack. The fact that we have a very symmetrical true rack that scored over 340 is just absolutely phenomenal. It really is. But anyways, let's now get back to the trophy lodge and go take a look at this beautiful buck. All right guys, welcome back to our trophy lodge. Now first, I'm gonna show you our previous biggest T-Rex diamond muley. And that's gonna be this guy right here. This one scored 339.7, but it's also a messed up looking kind of non-typical muley, which, yeah, it's interesting, but it's nowhere near as cool as the buck that we just got. And not only that, we probably shot this thing with the 30-06, if I'm not mistaken. Well, here is gonna be our new personal best of all time mule deer. And not only that, we took him down with the recurve bow. So our biggest all-time diamond muley is right here. This one scores 341.2. Holy, he looks absolutely amazing. But I do want to show you this too. This is our second coolest animal now, which is this 280 melanistic muley buck, which we did get, I believe, with the 30-06. But let's get back here and not take away all the amazement of this thing. Wow, I can't even believe that we made it happen. But we didn't give up. And it definitely paid off. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you next time.